Teeside Airport is set to undergo major redevelopment and expansion in the next few years. At a packed public meeting in Middleton St George, Tees Valley Mayor Ben Houchen revealed exciting plans for the future.
People of the Tees Valley bought and started to own our airport again on the 15th of February 2019. We bought the airport completely from Peel, so the 89% of the shares that they have in Tees Valley Airport Limited, with the local councils making up the other 11% in a mixing pot of different shareholdings, we acquired. We acquired all 89% of that. A couple of weeks ago we announced that we have a joint venture partner coming on the journey with us in Stobart, who run Southend Airport. They've just reopened Carlisle Airport. They've just built a brand new terminal at Carlisle. I mean, they're a phenomenal business. Just look at regional airports. Nobody is doing what Stobart are doing in regional airports. Southend, a great example. When they bought Southend, Southend was moving fewer than 50,000 passengers when they bought it. It's now doing 2.5 million passengers. By 2022, they are confident they will be at 5 million passengers. And I think it shows their ability to run a regional airport that others have failed with in the past. But I also think, because they're a northern business, Stobart are ultimately a northern business, they're a northern-based business as well, and because of what they've done in Carlisle, there is nowhere in the country that I can think of, and we've looked, who can show us that anybody is reopening regional airports, and that's exactly what they're doing in Carlisle. The one thing I think, or the one thing I know that we've got over Carlisle, is that Teeside Airport was once a successful airport. Carlisle has never been a successful airport, so if Carlisle can do this, and if Stobart can do this with Carlisle, then they can certainly do it and reinvigorate what once was a great airport in Teeside Airport. And I actually think we can go beyond the peak of just about 950,000, a million passengers that we got in 2007. The way that it ultimately works now is we own 75% of the airport, Stobart own 25% of the airport. So they have skin in the game. They are a partner who, in the short term, as the airport is losing money, they will be covering costs to their shareholding. So if it's losing £1 million, they will have to cover £250,000 of those losses. If we want to invest money in the airport, they will have to invest 25% of the cost of investing in the airport. So they have skin in the game, so they have a commercial reason to want to see to make this airport a success. But let's not forget, they're only a minority shareholder, so we, as the public, and my organisation as the combined authority, we have the majority of the shares. We have the controlling hand. We will never be in a position where we were before with Peel, where we are at the whim of an organisation telling us what we can and can't do with our local airport. On top of that, we will have the majority of the directors running the airport. So there will be 3 directors appointed by my office and by the combined authority to represent the combined authority's interests in the airport. Stobart will be appointing 1 director. So there's a very clear balance of power that we control what happens. I've been working with Stobart for 18 months now. They've been in the background for 18 months working with us on the plan for the airport, what the airport can do, what the infrastructure that's required, and how do we attract airlines to Teeside Airport. So that plan that you see, and the very basic headlines are, we want to get 1.4 million passengers a year going through our airport in the next 10 years. That was a Stobart commitment. When it came to introducing 10 new routes over that 10-year period to Teeside Airport, that was a Stobart commitment. When we turned around and said a red line is, well, I said a red line was, for as long as I am there, and I've said this publicly and I will repeat it, for as long as I am there will never be a single house built on Teeside Airport land. They agreed to that red line and they've committed to that as part of the operating licence and as part of their shareholding as well. And also, within the next, if you look at the business case and you look at the financials, which are quite boring and long and sometimes difficult to understand, within 6 or 7 years, we've given ourselves a target to help the airport break even as well. And again, that's a commitment that Stobart have committed to. The conversations have already started with airlines. Actually, I'll be honest, Stobart had already approached very quietly some airlines before the deal had gone through to see whether there would be an interest in flying from Teeside Airport. I can honestly say that there is an interest to fly from Teeside Airport. There's been an interest that I've had directly. I've had at least, I can say I've had, that I can think off the top of my head, 3 airlines who have approached me. It will take time. This isn't going to happen overnight. I know people are already contacting me saying, you know, can we have a flight to Alicante? Can we have a flight to Florida again? I remember in 2001 when I flew to Florida from Teeside Airport. I get it. I know all about it. But unfortunately, there aren't going to be flights next week. There probably aren't going to be flights in the next few months. It's highly unlikely that there are going to be any flights this summer. We may, I'm hopeful that we're not, we may not see any additional flights this year. We will see additional routes and flights next year. We're confident of being able to introduce new routes definitely into next summer. But because of the time periods that airlines use in their planning of where they fly from and their planning for their capacity, these things don't happen overnight. So what we need to show, and what I need to show, is some quick wins. And there are some quick wins to be had on the site. There are some investors we're speaking to who want to relocate to the site, create jobs, pay the airport rent, reduce those costs. We'll start to see those over the coming months. But all I would just say is, this is an airport that's been unloved for nearly 20 years now. And you can't turn that around overnight. It's a competitive market. Airlines have the whip hand. Airlines are going to be in a very strong position, but we will get there. I'm confident we'll get there. There is a want by the airlines to be interested in Teeside Airport. Going back to my point right at the beginning, this is not an airport that's never been successful. This is an airport that has been successful before. And even, I believe, with the lack of care and attention that people have paid to our airport, there is still a demand from people wanting to use our airport. There is still a demand from airlines wanting to come here. So again, I think we're on the right track. It's going to take time. Thank you very much for coming out this morning. And I'm happy, as Doris has said, if anybody has any questions, whether on the airport or anything else, to take some questions now. I think, gentlemen.